All right, welcome to another trailer review. Today we're reviewing the Loki trailer, the second one that just recently came out. Looking forward to this show. It's obviously going to be the next Marvel show after we conclude the Falcon and Winter Soldier. So joining me today, Bogz across the pond. How's it going today, Bogz?
All good, sir. Thank you for everyone for watching the recent kind of reviews we've been doing. So appreciate that. Please, like that video, like this video, all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm all good. Excited for Loki to come out. It's one of our most anticipated ones from the previous announcements. Obviously, Loki is here on
Yeah,
stream with Sean.
he's
Yeah,
chilling.
so really looking forward to it. Yeah, because lots of. Oh, I don't want to get into it, but yeah, it looks super interesting. Put it that way.
Yeah, I mean Loki's a very interesting character, and I'm loving that. Again, we've been saying about we said about WandaVision, we're saying about Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm loving the fact that he's not really a side character, but he's one of the characters that are deserving of their own show. So I'm
Yeah.
glad that A, he's getting his own show, and B, we already know he's getting a season 2 already, which was
Mhm.
like I love that they just like threw that out there. Like, yeah, we'll get more of him, so don't even worry about it as the show's going along. So that I'm glad that we don't have to worry about like, oh, are we only gonna get one season? I'm glad they just threw that out there already. So from Miami, how's it going? Sold.
Going good. I'm ready to see how weird this is gonna look because we know it's gonna be weird. Because we got a little bit of weirdness with WandaVision, but I feel that this is gonna be the weirdest show that we see, and I am here for it.
Yeah, just different kind of weird. Not WandaVision weird, Loki weird, and I'm sure that's going to be like a completely different thing. I did like the
A weird
first trailer.
box likes.
Yeah, I did like the first trailer because it kind of gave you a little bit of a taste. It kind of had this like James Bond kind of suaveness to him, which I'm just like, hey, if he was gonna be the next James Bond, I'd be all for it. Like, sign me up, type thing. So I'm really fascinated to see exactly like how much more of the story they're gonna give us because we gotta wait till June, which sounds like a long time from now, but not really. But just like, oh man, I will, like, hurry up, let's get to it. But enough of that. Let's get to the trailer. So let's do this thing. Make it full screen. All right, here we go.
I know what this place is. The timekeepers have built quite the circus. And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection.
Big metaphor guy. I love it. Makes you sound super smart.
I am smart.
I know.
Okay.
Okay.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
This is absurd.
Sign this too.
We protect the proper flow of time. You picked up the Tesseract breaking reality. I want you to help us fix it.
Why me?
I need your unique Loki perspective.
Do I get a weapon?
Yeah.
You really believe in this Loki variant?
Luckily, he believes in himself enough for the both of us.
Why? It is adorable that you think you could possibly manipulate me. I'm 10 steps ahead of you.
You're not big on trust, are you?
You can trust me.
Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times.
Why never do it again?
Okay. I love that fucking trailer. That trailer was so fucking good. Like, holy shit. I'm digging the fact that we're getting this, and I like that they gave us a little bit more, obviously, than the first trailer did. It was just Tom Hiddleston is just so good as Loki, and I'm glad that we're getting more of him. But oh my god, Bogz, your reaction to the trailer?
No, like thankfully he can has time to shine in this. So I've always really liked Loki, and the more we get of him, the better. So, but yeah, I mean, for me, first of all, they gave us a lot in this trailer. I felt because, well, seemingly so. Anyway, so this whole kind of branching out problem that they're showing there. So, because obviously, from Endgame, we think obviously Cap fixed the timeline, but it looks like Loki is set another timeline or set potentially other timelines, so that'll be interesting. I wouldn't like so much other stuff as well. Like, was Loki immediately caught after taking the Tesseract, or what happened there? It looks like maybe a little Black Widow cameo, or like he was talking to her there. I'm not sure where exactly. All kinds of questions, like who's the villain? Is it going to be himself, because they're talking about watching his whole life, all the decisions he's made. So is he going to go back in time, to outwit himself, maybe, that kind of stuff? So it looks great as well, like really good production quality. Like, it looks like a movie. So yeah, but just interesting with other timelines. Who we're going to see? Is he going to see other kind of characters? Like, I mean, just potential is unreal. And even just the different logo and different letterings, and it's all kind of meaningful. So it looks super, super interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I love that they call him a variant, because he's not the real Loki. He's a variant of Loki. Like, so he's the Loki that never went through Thor: The Dark World, never went through a Ragnarok, never went through all that kind of character development. So this is the Loki that just got his ass whooped in Avengers, the original Avengers movie, and then now took the Tesseract and gone. And then maybe, you're right, Bogz, maybe Cap did fix everything, but then him taking the Tesseract, maybe it was like a butterfly effect. Maybe it just splintered out into those other branches that we saw. So maybe they're going to use Loki to kind of fix all those branches, and what do each branch, maybe each episode is a different branch, and how to figure that out. It's just so interesting, and I'm so excited to see this thing. So, your thoughts?
So even though Cap went back and put all the stones back, they showed us that he had the Tesseract, he had the Space Stone. So we know that from seeing the timeline thing that when the Hulk and I'm forgetting her name,
the ancient one.
That conversation there, we basically got like, oh, Loki messed this up, and so that is going to create another timeline there, and that's why we're getting this show, is we're seeing what happens with that. Also, I love all the different versions of Loki we got. I don't think it's a Black Widow cameo. I think that's Lady Loki that he's talking to.
I think so too.
We're getting Lady Loki. We're getting President Loki there. You saw with like the kind of thing. Oh man, what's the name of that Loki that's on the plane? That's a different Loki. So we're going to see a bunch of different. It's going to be, instead of the Spider-Verse, it's going to be the Loki-verse in this show. So we're going to see all these different Lokis, and I'm here for it.
Hell yeah, sign me up. But like, I do like the idea of him fighting different versions of himself and having to outwit himself, or different versions of himself from different. Because they pretty much, we all know there's a multiverse now. So the fact that in one multiverse he's a woman, in another version he's like a spy person, it's going to be so fascinating. And I love, it was interesting when they cast Owen Wilson to be in the show. It's like, that's an interesting casting. Now watching this trailer, it's like, I can 100% on board with it now, because like, you could see the kind of angle they wanted from his character.
Feel.
Yeah, exactly. And it just fits so much in. It's just like, you've literally backstabbed everybody. You're trying. It's like, but I would never do it again. And the fact that like they printed out everything he ever said, and he's like, just like
seems a little short, huh?
Like, yeah. You would think like that would be a little bit bigger that he's ever said. But but I just love. I think we're gonna get a lot of humor in it, and because Loki's he's low key funny. I think he's kind of like Thor. He's gotten funnier as the movie's gone on. So the fact that he's gonna have his own show where you can see that kind of sarcastic humor, come out more, I'm just so looking forward to it. And this show is probably primed for a lot of like little cameos, little surprises, even probably more so than the last two shows. June can't come fast enough. I mean, again, also loving the fact that that this is a completely different show than Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision. That's what I'm loving the MCU, that we're getting a whole bunch of MCU content, but it's all different and feels fresh, and they're taking different chances and different takes on these things. So I'm really just here for it. Bogz, any other thoughts about the trailer?
Yeah, it was nice to see Gugu Mbatha-Raw. She's a British actress. So she was in one of my favorite episodes of Black Mirror. So always look out for her. So yeah, just that, in terms of the other kind of, any multiverse or different timelines, like you said, the potential of this story can go. It's like, I mean, what if you see, sprinklings of X-Men potentially, or Fantastic Four, that kind of stuff, maybe a name drop, or maybe seeing Reed Richards, something like that, you don't know. It's a way to introduce them, right? But yeah, like super exciting if he finds it, the other kind of characters he's come up against, or I mean, great potential, looks beautiful, cast looks great, looks really funny as well. Like you're saying, I was shocked with Owen Wilson being announced, but he just seems to fit alongside Loki, that kind of dry humor that he's got. So yeah, it looks really good, and can't wait.
I wonder if they might do something where this variant Loki sees what the real Loki went through, like his progression, and see like how he ultimately got killed. And he's like, I wonder if they're going to explore down that road, and maybe they don't have to do it this season because we know there's going to be a second one. It would be also interesting to see just how this Loki goes about things, because this Loki hasn't learned shit. If he gets to kind of find out what happens to the real Loki, and what does this Loki feel about that or think about that? So again, there's just so much possibility that I'm just like, oh my god. Do we know how many episodes there is? I can't remember. I want to say 6,
Find out.
but I'm not 100% sold. But your final thoughts on the trailer?
There is 6. Yeah.
So I think that he is going to see what happens to him, because we see that kind of like in the other trailers as well, that he sees certain moments of what would happen to him on that screen when he's with Owen Wilson. They're going, this is you taking the Tesseract away. And the other one, there was another moment that happened after later in our timeline that we know. So I feel like he's going to see his death, but like on the TV screen. So obviously that's going to have less of an impact to him because he's watching it on screen. It's not actually happening to him himself. So I'm interested to see how that's going to affect him going forward, seeing what would have happened to him on screen.
Yeah. And I just also like the idea that, again, that we're getting a season 2 of it. So it's not gonna be like, oh no, 6 episodes. It's like, yeah, but there's gonna be more of it. Like I honestly think out of all the shows that they announced, this is the one that could and should have like a season 3, a season 4, a season 5, because otherwise Loki's the only character really that he doesn't really have a future in MCU going forward, or maybe he shouldn't. He still could maybe, but I like the idea of him kind of being in his own little pocket universe and kind of being involved in the time variance or just keeping things awry. And then maybe, because I know they're introducing Kang, and he is a time traveler, so that maybe Loki fixes everything at the end of this season, and maybe Kang fucks it up, because we know he comes in Ant-Man 3, so maybe there's a reason why the show can keep going on and on and on. So I just... Oh man, I just can't wait to get this one. I'm really looking forward to it. But that's pretty much a review of the trailer. I'm hoping we don't see another trailer. I really like that. That's enough for me. This is enough. This will tide me way over till June, to be honest. I will also be fascinated to see the behind the scenes of this when this show is over. Like how this show came about. Like what was the genesis of like what sparked this idea? Was it Kevin's idea? Was this Tom Hiddleston's idea? Like, I want to know where the genesis of this came from, because we seen the behind the scenes of the WandaVision one, kind of like where Kevin Feige was like, oh, I had this idea and how it came about. Fascinating to see how this show came about. So a lot of stuff to look forward to, but we will definitely cover that on the channel when that show comes out. Looking forward to that. So until then, and hopefully there's not another trailer, but also let us know in the comments, what do you guys, did you guys like this trailer? Are you interested to see Loki fight different versions of himself? Maybe he'll actually fight the original timeline Loki too. That would be interesting as well. So many different possibilities. But let us know in the comments. Also like, subscribe, check out our Falcon and Winter Soldier reviews. We're breaking all those down. We'll be breaking down this show, obviously, when it does come out. We'll do some old trailer reviews as well as those come out. We recently did Space Jam, the new Legacy trailer, which is doing really well. So we thank you for the support on that. But until next time, for Bogz, for Soul, for myself, take care, guys, and look forward to the reviews when the show comes out on June 11th. So take care, guys.